In 30 seconds, okay.
You're probably right, just, just making sure. Yes. All right, well, hello everybody, and welcome to Run Disney, the Wish Upon a Run, first ever YouTube live stream, right?
This is our first shot at it. We have done some Facebook live streams, but we thought, why not give it a shot?
Yeah.
Because we're pretty good about it. We normally just do everything in like one take, if you will, but we thought, let's try something fun and exciting.
Exactly, and so here we are live on YouTube for the first time. So we're happy to be with you guys tonight and to be talking about all things Run Disney, and to talk about, man, our last week has been super busy with Wine and Dine weekend, right?
Yes, so I think we have some good things to talk about. If you didn't check it out already, we have multiple videos. We ran the virtual 5K. We ran the virtual 5K over at Caribbean Beach, and it was great seeing people there and waving and kind of encouraging people there. And then on Saturday, which would have been the 10K, we did that over at Pop Century, which was an art of animation, which was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. And then we did Sunday, the 13.1 half marathon. Well, that was an interesting story because we were going to run it all at Boardwalk. We started to think about what we wanted to do, and we said, why not go and do the whole, most of it at home, very, very early in the morning, and then kind of go cheer for people and finish it out at the Boardwalk. So that was kind of our weekend. So if you didn't see it,
we got up super early Sunday morning. We were like, guys, oh my gosh, if we get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and we run 10 miles or something here locally around the neighborhood, then we can go finish up at Boardwalk and then we can be cheerleaders at Boardwalk, right?
Yeah, just be like, oh my gosh, let's bring signs like a real race, because we knew that there was going to be a lot of people there, and there was quite a lot of people there.
Okay, Kristen, before we get too far into this, I want to remind everybody that we do have a contest going on right now, right?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
We have this push going on for 1,000 subscribers that includes this wonderful gift bag here that has a couple of bottles of Once Upon a Vine wine.
Yes. Only
if you're 21, of course.
Yes. And but I think the biggest important thing.
Yes, in here somewhere are Disney gift cards. $75 worth of Disney gift cards. And you know what? All you have to do is you have to go find our video it's on the it's a sticky on our YouTube page right now. You watch the video and it says all you have to do is subscribe and comment below, and once we get 1,000 subscribers, YouTube will automatically pick a winner out of the people who comment. So please do that. It's a way for us to give you some Disney magic back, and for us to get 1,000 subscribers and to be able to do these wonderful live events in different places besides our house.
Yeah. And if you're already a subscriber, you can still, all you have to do is comment.
Yeah, just
comment.
Put a wonderful comment. And you know what? Comment about your training, or comment about maybe an interesting thing about a race that you've run at Disney, something like that, right?
Anything.
Yeah.
So that is kind of the big news right now. What
did you think of Wine and Dine weekend for us virtually? I mean, it's not anywhere close to what it was normally. We did go to Epcot on Sunday, right?
We went to Epcot, and we were at Disney Springs, which was crazy busy. And we had our little celebration at Food and Wine Festival.
I have to stop you there because I did have the beer cheese soup and the filet at Canada. Guys, it was just as good as it was any year. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that are different, but that beer cheese soup was still just as good.
Yeah. So, overall, I think we learned a couple things. One, I love running at Art of Animation and Pop Century.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah.
That's my new favorite.
That's our new favorite place to run in. We
yeah.
saw so many runners running it. It's called Hourglass Lake, which is the lake that goes around the Art of Animation and Pop Century. And you guys obviously have known about this for a long time because there were a lot of you there.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was fun. There's a bathroom right there on the course, right by Art of Animation. The scenery is great. There's lots of trees, and the canopy covers you up, so it's not so hot. And what was it? It was like a mile and a half around.
I have a confession.
Okay.
I had not been to Art of Animation until it opened. I mean, I've kind of seen it, and I've seen pictures, but no, I haven't been there. I had been wanting to stay there. I've stayed at I would say most of the Disney resorts, even though I live here. And I have kind of fallen in love with Art of Animation. Like, I want to stay there so bad.
They have some great places.
It was fantastic.
For breakfast, too. Like, we're kind of breakfast runners, so we like to go and run and then have breakfast. And they have a lot of cool little places there. They're quick service places for breakfast. And
it's cute little waffles. They were different than the Mickey waffles, so they were cute.
Yeah.
But I think that was number one thing that we learned.
We did.
Adam, do you want to tell them about our Sunday?
We had a little snafu Sunday, guys. So like I said, we got up real early to run the half marathon on Sunday.
This is a last minute decision.
Yeah, and so Sunday is what would have been the half marathon, and then the party at Epcot, which is what normally happens. So we were going to run all 13.1 miles at the boardwalk. We had a breakfast reservation. We were going to go there a little later.
At Trattoria.
At Trattoria, which if you have not been to the Trattoria, we're not lovers of Italian food, and it is so
But the breakfast is good too.
Yes. So we had a reservation there, but we decided that instead of doing the full run over there at the boardwalk, that we would start locally at home really early and get like most of it done. 4 a.m. and get most of it done. And so we had this storm Etta that was down in like South Florida at the time, and so we were getting rain bands that were coming through, and we got hit by them bad.
Yeah.
So at like 5 a.m. we were running through like just torrential downpours. But we're like, no, this is worth it because we're gonna get through this. And we had made all these signs.
We stayed up late.
We had made these little like virtual finisher medals to hand out to people. And we were so excited to cheer everybody on because we thought, what's the coolest thing about Run Disney? And that is all the people that show up to kind of show their support and to have the great like creative signs that we're used to seeing along the boardwalk right at the end of the race. So we said, let's do that. Let's make some creative signs at the boardwalk and let's go cheer on everybody who's finishing their half marathon there at the boardwalk.
We're always the runner.
Yeah.
We're never the cheerleader.
So we finished up early. We were there by like what time? What time were we there?
7.
Like 7:30.
7:30.
Something like that.
Because we ran the last 3 miles there.
Yeah.
And like we waved and we met a few people while we were running.
We did. We met some people.
Some of you guys saw us, or maybe some people on social media saw us and recognized the costumes and said hello. And that was really awesome. We loved meeting everybody. So yeah, we got there about 7:30.
And we brought our signs.
Yeah.
We had our signs with us, and
after we were running.
So what we did is we went over by it was kind of by like where the ESPN club is.
Yeah.
We found a nice little table, and we were
socially distant.
We were so far away from everybody.
Far away.
We set up our signs, and we were cheering people on as they came by, and probably within 5-10 minutes.
No, it was probably good like 15.
15.
But 15. It wasn't an hour.
No,
it was
we had some people come over and take some pictures and some selfies with us, and we were cheering people on, but Disney security did show up, and they didn't say anything to us, but they were kind of like eyeing us.
They were reading our signs and reading the signs
and we saw them talking on the walkie-talkie.
On the walkie-talkie.
So we went over and asked them if, what we were doing was okay, and they said they didn't know, but they were calling it in to their like area manager or something, and so we didn't want to make any problems. So we didn't want to wait around for anybody. We just packed up and left.
No.
So unfortunately, we were only there for about 15-20 minutes, and we didn't want to cause a scene, or we really didn't want to cause any like people to have to come and investigate and cause like just resources wasted on that. So we we packed up pretty quick and
Yeah,
left.
it was just for, again, it wasn't us being there. They just didn't like, he said that I was talking to the security guard, and the signs are the problem. So he said that the signs were it's not a sanctioned event. And even though we were there cheering people due to a Disney thing, signs are not permitted.
But we just wanted
That's
to
okay.
be cheerleaders. We just wanted to be cheerleaders and help people out. But
that was the end of that. We left. We left
yes.
pretty early, and we just kind of said, "I think that we're done here." And there's, just for the record, there's a lot of security at the boardwalk. This is not the first time we've seen them stop people. Mm-hmm. This time it happened to be us because of some signs and us cheering for the runners, and but. This is not the first time. They're a heavy presence over there, making sure that things are safe and that people are doing what they should be doing. So,
and that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing.
Yeah, so it's a very well looked after area.
And people were wearing their masks while running, and we did too. So if you're planning a Disney vacation and you're hoping to run at your favorite resort, know that you will most likely, yes, have to wear your mask the entire time. Was it impossible? It wasn't.
No.
But
it was not fun.
It wasn't fun. You're going to run slower. It is going to be a little miserable. But you know what we did? We caught some breaths when we could. If we were really far away from everyone, we just caught a couple of breaths. You pull it down and then pull it back up again. But you know what I noticed?
Yeah.
Everybody was doing it.
Oh, everybody was. Yeah. At all the locations.
Yeah, everywhere we went.
At Caribbean Beach and Pop Century Art of Animation, and also at the boardwalk. So
it just makes me feel good that everybody was being really respectful to everyone, and it was a good feeling. Everyone was cheering each other on,
and we saw other costumes.
We did, yeah.
So while we bring this up, let's kind of turn this around, Adam.
Okay.
Because the next event that everybody wants to hear about, that was the past.
Yep.
Let's talk about all the awesome things that are happening in the future. Marathon Weekend is up next, and I can't believe we're only like a month and a half out.
It's soon. It's so soon, yeah.
So what is it, the 12th? Yes. And Marathon Weekend is like this, well, it's weird because January is like a weekend this year, but so it's like the 7th or 8th, something like that. It's the first weekend, if you will, in January after New Year's. And it's super close. And so I think this is encouraging for all of you who, were disheartened about such a big thing like Dopey. I know there's a lot of people who train hard every year and went through the summertime in the heat training really hard to find out that it was canceled and made virtual. So if you kept your plans and you are still trying to plan on property, yes, it is not easy to run 26 miles on any location in Walt Disney World property, but it's doable, and there's a lot of people that I guarantee you will be here with you. And there's a lot of people who will be wearing costumes.
Yeah, you won't be alone.
You will not be alone. That's for sure.
And we also need to tell everybody that we weren't originally signed up for Marathon Weekend at all because we were originally going to run the Honolulu Marathon in December just a few weeks before. And so we didn't sign up for anything Marathon Weekend because we just weren't sure if we were going to be able to do it or if we were going to be here. Yeah. But we did sign up for the marathon. Yeah. And I think virtually or not, I think we will end up running the Dopey probably in its entirety, right?
We probably will.
Somewhere on property, we'll end up running the Dopey. And we encourage you guys to do the same thing. If you're going to be here, like I said, we can encourage you to run in groups. Don't do that. Run by yourself. But it is still a lot of fun. And we ran into a lot of people on social media that said, I wasn't going to come and I didn't come, and now I see everybody on social media running at Disney, and gosh, I wish I was there. You know what we did see?
What?
We were driving in the car on Sunday from the Magic Kingdom through the water bridge under around by the Contemporary Resort. And we did see one poor, unfortunate soul that was running on the street under the water bridge. If you have not seen our 5 places not to run at Walt Disney World, that was number 1. So we saw this poor guy who was running under the water bridge, and I just looked at Kristen, and then I just kind of put my head like this, and I was like, oh, clearly he did not see our video. So don't be that man, please. Don't do that. It's so dangerous. There are so many other places to run at your resort, like Hourglass Lake, that are so safe and so fun, and people are cheering you on.
Yeah, there's a lot of short loops. Again, we'll go into that as we get closer, but if you're on the fence about what to do, come. There's a lot of places outside of Walt Disney World that are here in Orlando that you can run long distances, and we can talk about that, that are short drives that you can go to and do that long marathon distance. So we'll have more to come on that, but I think what this weekend taught us is that you can still have fun.
You can.
So if you were, and same thing goes for Princess. There's so many people that I've seen who had trips planned with their friends and their girlfriends as a group, just getting away and spending time together. And that's a really fun weekend as well. Do it. You know, if you're any of those distances that you had chosen, I know it's not the same, but it is what you make of it. And I think that this weekend was proof that you can have fun and you can enjoy it and you can still have a great Disney vacation and run those virtual races here.
It was almost just as good.
I had a lot of fun.
We didn't have the fireworks, but I will say this, because we didn't have that large fireworks like corral situation, we also had the opportunity to speak to people a lot more one-on-one. And I feel like we got to meet a lot more people one-on-one and talk to them about why they run and where they're running. And, you know, like, hey, I came here this weekend and decided that I didn't have a virtual race, but I'm still running anyway.
Yeah, we did meet a bunch of that. You know, people who canceled and got the refund,
but still just ran for fun.
Just ran. Well, that's kind of what we were talking about. We only paid for the marathon distance, just if for a medal purposes. But let's face it, we're gonna end up running the Dopey anyway.
We will.
I'm sure we will. Like, we have nothing to show for it other than fun. But I think it's just, you know, in these times, everybody has got something going on in their life that they are frustrated about or disappointed in. And there's very few things that are fun and exciting. And this is a way that you can still live out what you want to do, and you've been training and you deserve it. And you know what, even if you don't get a medal for it, you still have this exciting experience to talk about. So you don't need the full package. That's what I would say. You don't need the full package.
No, you don't.
Get yourself one medal, call it a day.
We're going to share our medal, right?
Yeah.
We're going to share our medal.
We only have one medal.
That's good enough for the both of us.
Well, just like this weekend, we kept one half marathon and one 10K. And then what we did is we printed out just the bib, and I just used like Photoshop, put his name on it. Like, we're not trying to cheat anybody. We're just simply like, we only need one medal. So it was just something like I kind of changed it up a little bit. You could see, and we had the same bib number. I only submitted one result.
By the way, I noticed, and Kristen didn't notice this, but she had bib number 32 for the half marathon. And so I thought, I was like, does everybody have bib number 32? And I started looking and seeing like people with bib numbers in like the 30,000s and 40,000s. How did you get bib 32?
I feel very elite right now.
I mean, normally I feel like 1 through 100 are like reserved for elite runners.
I don't know.
So when you see the elite runners, we were lucky enough in the marathon to be in Corral A for a couple of reasons. And I remember seeing the elite runners, and their bib was like bib number 4.
8,
bib number 5 or 6. And I looked down and I was like, number 205136.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, How do you get bib number 5? So this girl here had bib number 32. Good work.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
It was a virtual, but it still stresses me out to this day. We worked really hard in 2019 to up our pace tremendously in a couple different races. So I'm dying. I would have loved to know what corral we would have been in, because we
Corral H. Still probably Corral H.
The last one. Okay.
We tried really hard. Our Wine and Dine time last year was really good, and so we were hoping that we could get maybe like a C. We were hoping for like a C.
Well, we had some 10Ks
that were real
that
fast.
were like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So I know you can submit those for the half. So we had some like pretty sweet.
But let's be real honest right now. We run slow.
For the most part.
We are not fast runners.
I'm kind of like, I've been lazy lately, Adam. We're supposed to be marathon training, but there's no live races, so I'm not like.
I know,
sorry, I'm not in it right now.
But we're not alone right now with that. No. I think everybody is. And so that kind of segues to our last point tonight, which is what's up next for us is, so if you've been following our channel since the beginning, you know that we originally had signed up for the Honolulu Marathon. And our worst nightmares happened. Well, of course, everybody's. And it went virtual. And we knew that was going to happen. But it's virtual.
Well, they tried to the very end.
They did try really hard.
They worked with government up until only 2 weeks ago.
They did try really hard to keep it going. And so 2 weeks ago, they said it's going to be virtual. We get it. We're still going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And we are going to run that virtual marathon in Hawaii. And guess what, guys? We are going to Aulani, the Walt Disney World Resort in Hawaii. And we are going to bring you updates from there. We are going to blog from there, and we are going to give you some POV videos from there. So if you have always wanted to know more about Disney's Aulani, we will be your resource on that. We hear that not everything is open right now. We hear that there's some different situations going on, but we will keep you up to date about that.
Oh, yeah. And just to see it, I think just to run and do a POV, I should clarify, we are even staying there. Like, we're not just visiting it.
Oh, no, we're staying. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be there. So,
yeah, we're staying.
So we are at 2 different islands. We're going to be in Kauai, so you can come along with us when we run the 26 miles there virtually.
Maybe we'll do some lives. If the internet is good enough, we'll do lives from Kauai, right?
Yeah. But that might be a little tough because we've got a couple spots picked out of where we're going to run our virtual there. But if we can't, I don't think we can do a live, maybe a Facebook live, or we'll probably film the video and then we'll put it up. So you'll get to see us kind of do what we can do there, and then we'll be in Oahu and go to Aulani. And then we'll be vlogging from there, so you can see all of the great things that Aulani has to offer in Hawaii for the next time that you go.
And we hope that you do go.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been waiting for this for a long time, and it's really a bucket list dream for both of us.
Yeah.
To be able to go to visit this resort. I've only seen this resort via Tim Tracker on YouTube. Via his blogs that he's done about it. It looks amazing. So we're excited to just experience any part of it, right, Kristen?
I'm ready to go tomorrow. So we should just wrap this blog up now and just get on the
But before we
plane.
wrap it up, we do want to say the most recent thing we did, and this is not Disney related at all, is that we did enter the lottery for the Berlin Marathon for next year. Yeah. So if you don't know about this, there is a lottery for the Berlin Marathon, which is akin to the Boston Marathon. It's a major, and and if you are not a fast runner like us, we're not fast runners. The only way you can get into a really cool marathon like this is by lottery, and so the lottery's open now through, I think, what was it, the 25th? The 25th. And so here's what you do. You go, you register, and you give them your credit card information, and you register, if you want, as a team like we did, or you can register individually. If you register as a team, it means that if they pick your lottery, that everyone in the team gets to run. Yeah. And what they do is they take your credit card, and it was like 150 euros, which I think ends up being about $200. And they only charge your card if you get picked.
Yeah. So you're not out anything. And
Yeah.
I did some research about it. The chances of you getting picked are like 20%. So I don't know what will become of that, but I thought, why not? Why not give it a chance and see what we can do? And if we go, we go. I know that Paris, I should say Disneyland Paris,
Is the weekend before, right?
it's generally in September.
Yeah.
Yeah. What weekend is usually the weekend before? Because this Berlin race is like the 25th, and I think Disneyland Paris is right before that.
So go for Disneyland Paris,
Yeah.
stay for Berlin, right?
Yeah. Wow. It's a lot of running for a Europe trip, Adam. We could be very busy in September.
Well, we're going to be very busy in December and January and
And beyond.
And beyond, yeah. No, exactly.
We should go to bed sometime.
We should sleep sometime, yeah. Exactly. But you know what? Our viewers aren't. They're watching us, and they're
Yeah.
training just as hard as we are. And I know they are because I see them
know.
on our Facebook page. If you have not joined our Facebook page, it's at runDisney Daily at Facebook, and there we update just about every single day with different things happening at Disney. It doesn't have to be running related. It could be Disney food related or other things, but primarily running related, right?
Yeah.
And please, if you have not subscribed to us yet, here we are, Wish Upon a Run. Click on that little button that's right. I'm watching my stream. It's like right over there, the little red button. Click on that and then enter our. And we would love to have you be a part of our adventure as we continue running.
Yep.
And as I can see, one of our lights has just turned off because the battery ran out. So that means that our stream is probably
We are all done.
probably done. Thank you for watching us tonight, guys. I know we don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, so we can only go live from the comfort of our home here. But please, if we get 1,000 subscribers, we will be able to go live from other places. So thank you so much for watching us tonight. Kristen, did you have fun?
I had a fun time, and I can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, guys, and look for our Christmas POV that we put up just on Tuesday of Magic Kingdom. It's fantastic. You will love it. And I think that is all we have, right, Kristen?
Yep. Have a great